It's our pleasure to be joined by the Commissioner of the American Athletic Conference, Mike Aresco. Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We are now a week from tomorrow is the start of two teams in action for the American. You chose a wait-and-see approach with the season. What are you seeing now with a week and change to go before those two teams kick off?
Well, thanks for having me, Clayton. Appreciate it very much. All systems are go. We're optimistic. We're realistic. We know there have been some potholes along the way, but we've overcome them. Right now, all the indicators are good. Things are quiet on our campuses. We've got good testing results from our schools, and a lot of operational details have gone into this to keep our student athletes safe. So we're ready to go. We're optimistic, and we'll see what happens.
The Big Ten, the Pac-12, among some of those conferences that chose to postpone, you're seeing some of the backlash, especially with the Big Ten, from parents, from players. I'm not asking you to comment on that, but with your wait-and-see approach that you took, does that solidify that that was the right choice for the American?
It is for us. We didn't want to make what we would consider a premature decision. We felt that there was a lot we could learn. And by the way, in our counties, in our communities, the positive rates are going down, and they've been going really dramatically in some of those communities. We wanted to wait and see what would happen. And we didn't know whether we'd have to stop. We're not bullheaded about this. We really think that ultimately there are some things that could cause us to pause or to stop, but we're hoping that we can do it safely. We think we owe it to our student athletes to give them that opportunity. It's about, Nick Saban's right, it's about them. It's, people say, well, it's all about the money. No, it isn't. Because if there had been any issue for us medically, and if there is one down the road, we'll shut it down and we'll deal with the financial implications.
Now, since the Big Ten and the Pac-12 have decided to postpone, the FDA has approved a number of rapid tests as well. Is the American actively involved in trying to acquire those kinds of tests? And how important would rapid testing be towards having a successful fall football season?
We are, and we've been talking to labs a couple of times. It's not there yet, but it may be, and we're going to do everything we can to see whether it's feasible for us, because it would absolutely help. It's another layer of say, the PCR tests are the gold standard, and I don't want to bore your listeners with, and I'm not a doctor either, but the main tests, the tests, the nasal tests, the swab tests, those are very important PCR tests, and we're doing those, and we're doing them twice a week, and that's going to be very important to what we're trying to accomplish. But if you can get the rapid test, the antigen test, to a level of sensitivity that's adequate, and if you can, you're going to be able to do those, then we absolutely will look into it. It's not something that we absolutely have to move forward, but we certainly want to put another layer on if we can.
Over the last week, we've seen professional sports shut down. We've seen college programs that have walked out. As we're approaching the season, if we see college athletes, people in your conference specifically, choose to not play a game or to take a knee during an anthem, would you as commissioner be supportive of any athlete expressing themselves peacefully within the confines of the game?
Yes, we would be very supportive. We've been very sensitive to these issues, and we want to be very supportive. And again, we don't know what's going to happen, and we're monitoring it. But if our student athletes feel that they need to do various things to show their support for racial equality and for other causes, then we'll be supportive.
Well, thank you for taking so much time for us. I know it's a busy schedule, so we'll let you get back to it. Thank you.
Well, Clayton, thank you. Appreciate it very much. We're finally there, and we're starting this week. And good luck to Memphis. Good luck to the university. Good luck to Ryan Silverfield, who's obviously had to do things quite differently this year. I'm sure everything they've done has been different. But I want to also send some kudos to David Rudd, the president, who's our board chair, by the way. Without David's work on this, I don't think we'd be where we are now. And also Laird Veach, who great AD, and he's been very instrumental in what we've done. So thank you, Clayton. Thanks for having me. And again, stay well. And I want the community of Memphis, obviously everybody there, to stay well as well. Thank you.
Thank you.